first of all, battle spell check. Churros, what's going to happen right now for the side of RSG? We saw them earlier just now with
it wasn't glitch. It wasn't glitch. Let's address the elephant in the room. Yes, that is double retries from RSG. I think it was a huge blunder, huge mistake. But to be honest, we've been talking about this backstage over the past hour, and then I fell asleep and I woke up again. And the reality is, RSG has a big chance in terms of the draft to win and take this game off Ignite. Means we might be able to go into a game number 3.
I mean, technically speaking, if you're RSG Singapore right now, if they really brute force this one, the 1-1's not going to have a great time. But it's all up to Ignite Gaming now. Save it for this time, but hold on a second. It's going to be Murphy. Going into hit Astra, Utah picking up first blood. Ignite Gaming just stumbling all across RSG Singapore. They're not giving any chance. And they are angry and itching for a fight. And they delivered in the double kill fashion, making a triple kill. Blade unfazed. And he will strike at RSG Singapore.
Ignite Gaming is just taking this personal. That was a hour-long pause that they had to go through. Their parents were calling them, and they needed to go home. And this time, they want to make this count. PTBL taking down Zach in the process. There's another one. Ignite Gaming might be able to fall too.
Yep, Utah overextended just a little bit, saved by the bell of the first kill, but don't forget PTBL on that landslot can easily chase him down. No commitment coming up from RSG Singapore as of yet. Ignite Gaming still hold for now, but Flicker, hold on a second. A bit of tsunami time going in right into the Kimi shot. Grok building up a wall on the side of Rapid Dude, but they still managed to survive for now.
Jace, this game, to be honest, there's way too many brawls. They threw macro out of the picture. They threw everything, their textbook on the wall, onto the walls, and this is basically just them brawling and just fighting. And Ignite Gaming trying to find every single pick off that they can find.
Right? Like I feel like both these two teams are literally playing like they're late for dinner.
Yeah. And speaking of dinner, I think Ignite Gaming just wants to end this right here and right now. 4-2 is the scoreline, but at every single 1 point of time, RSG might be able to come back into this. You see the goal score. It will stay like this until the 5-minute mark, and that's where Ash is actually able to come back online, but it's said too soon. As on the bottom side, Zach takes Ash down.
Yeah, the win condition right now for the side of Ignite Gaming is definitely right. Ash is should not be allowed to pick up any for farm. If you do an IQ check, he's only finally hit level 4, whereas the rest of the team from the side of Ignite Gaming started hit at least level 6. So that's a good thing coming in for the side of Ignite Gaming. They are basically chewing alongside with the economy.
Yeah. RSG is... They're struggling. They're struggling to find a spot where Bane will shine just because of their extra retribution. And with that extra retribution, they might be able to contest for these major objectives because, you know, throw the deadly catch and then try to delay. But, you know, Ash is still level 4 just because, you know, you have half your farm, half your EXP from just being in that retribution style.
And don't forget, Churros, right now you can say that RSG Singapore is struggling a little bit because of the early game. I want to see how Ignite Gaming basically take advantage of this one, right?
Yeah.
Because going to the latest part of the game, when you have double retry, your Lord takes, RSG Singapore is going to have a lot more opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, Ash is going to come online. He doesn't have the elemental retry yet, so once he hits 5 stacks of the neutral creeps, he will get that soon. And that will start snowballing because 5-minute mark is already over. Ash can start to get that experience down, get those farms in, and try to make or break it in this game.
Yeah, Ignite Gaming. They broke down bottom lane turret already. They're going to work on the top one for now. A little bit of clashes around. Ignite Gaming has found a bit of problem. Even Ash also throwing a deadly catch just to hopefully trade out the tempo right there. They'll be able to crack down bot.
Ash is just playing catch-up at this point. Ignite Gaming throwing out macro out of the picture, just opening up that bottom side. They might not be able to handle the late game RSG that they bring.
But the airstrike right into the Violet Requiem from the side of Zach, jumping onto the Tsunami Slam at the same time. It is also going to be the 1-1. Seiji going up into the air, knocking down towers, knocking down the bull himself.
Ash just came in a little bit too slow as Utah just slowly blocking everything out. And with the double retribution, Ash will find it hard to scale up. He will be the the old ball and chain that RSG has to lug around for a while, and
Yeah.
if they really want to stand a fighting chance,
Hey.
this game has to pull all the way through 15 minutes and take us to a game number 3. And
Definitely.
honestly, Jay's game number 3 is going to be so late. Both these two teams are going to be so mad, and they're
Yeah.
going to be taking this personally.
I mean, stamina definitely something that a lot of pro players forgot they have to learn, right? To be able to play for a long period of time and maintain that consistency, exhaustion is definitely going to be into play because it takes a ton of focus to play in terms of tournament. And, oh, hold on a second. That's a concealed play. RSG goes on in.
Ooh.
Gets knocked out by the catch. However, Ash getting busted down immediately. But inside the play, Hokey! Oh, that's exhaustion coming into play. The tech charge charges into none.
Just push that away. Ignite Gaming takes down that turtle and taking control of the jungle. RSG Singapore playing on the back foot. Ash is basically a sitting duck for now. He just needs to find slow farms all over the map. For Airstrike, just for good measure, as Ignite Gaming is just taking control of this game.
Technically speaking, Ash is still technically quite worth it to be worth of a takedown. But speaking about takedown, that's going to be Taurus once again. The punching back for the side of Ignite Gaming. Ignite Gaming focusing down bot, and they will be able to crack it open. One after another, the defensive structure from RSG Singapore has fallen.
There's, for some reason, okay, the Alice comes in.
Utah flickers as well. Lots of damage will be able to pour. It's going to be Zach picking up a kill. Looks for you already. He is hungry. He is looking to try to go for this end. It's a 10 first kill already. Code Rush, take a look. Take that redeem code.
Zach just wants to go home at this point. He's like, man, I'm going to take you down, and I'm going to end this game right now.
Yeah.
For some reason, right, a double retry isn't a bad thing. And we talked about this during the downtime. Double retry kind of makes sense. You might be able to put Hokey in a uncomfortable position, taking in the gold lane and try to make a double retribution work in a horizontal vertical jungle. But hold on, that's a conceal.
That's a very expensive item that Ash was able to secure. The deadly catch coming in. You can see RSG damage coming out from the side of RSG Singapore though. Ignite Gaming is trying to do a playback right here. Utah landing a perfect ultimate, stunning RSG Singapore one after another blade. It's just using RSG Singapore to stack Skype versus stacks.
Look, with the deadly catch, Ignite Gaming makes Rapidude fall. It's a very defensive position RSG has been in, but you know, they do not have that farm. It is 9,000 gold lead that Ignite Gaming has on top of RSG, waiting on for that Lord, getting that Lord down and just clearing out this game as fast as they can. Almost hitting the 10-minute mark, and like I said, if this hits 15 minutes, Ash might be able to get those key items back on point and try to call his way back into the game. He's still level 8, and the rest of Ignite Gaming are 4 levels ahead of Ash. This is going to be a huge problem, but just for now.
I want to take a look at the item check if we can actually pull this up, right? Ash, earlier just now, we caught him securing the Holy Crystal. That's one of the most expensive items. As a mage item, he's able to secure that. Hopefully, with the help of Murphy, he's able to output a decent amount of damage. Take a look. Gold, definitely 4K. I mean, yes, one item for Holy Crystal, but is it enough though, Churros?
If he is able to get his retry, those 5 neutral creep kills, and just level up his retry, might be able to, you know, contest for major objectives in the later stages. Right now, 10 minutes on the clock. Lord marching up on that top side. Ash does have defensive positions down into the base, so they might be able to give up these T2 in the bottom side. The traction falls, pulls him in, and locks him into place.
Catches onto Taurus though. The deadly catch zoning out the rest of the members coming off of Ignite Gaming, unable to go on in. Ignite Gaming has to use the Lord, and also not only just that, the double marksman wombo combo right in the Kimi, and also the one trying to do something, right? The Lord will clash, and now it's going to be Tsunami Slam, picking the Grok all the way up, trying to knock his Sky High, the Violet Rikram, and also the Witcher Crown as well for the side of Zach, but Taurus out with the damage. Seiji goes on in, 1-1 takes to the skies, picking up a double kill already, and now RSG Singapore losing 2 in this defense fight.
It's 2 down. 5 members of Ignite Gaming are still standing up strong. They do have creeps charging in. Will RSG be able to hold on for 15 seconds? It will be difficult, but the damage from that Ash actually brings in the defensive protection fight. And just playing on that defensive front is coming to go through.
Oh, nice knockup coming off a RSG as well. PTBL will be able to just dash out to safety for now, but RSG Singapore has a leaking ship. Top side is already leaking super minions. Ignite Gaming is just forcing and abusing the fact that Ash has a retribution instead.
11,000 gold lead for Ignite Gaming, just waiting 70 seconds until the next Lord spawns up. RSG Singapore has to try to buy time to get Ash his core items to try to play into the uber late game, and that's how they stand
uber late game.
A shining chance or a glimmer of hope of getting into a game number 3. But in Ignite Gaming, one game away and they are just angry. They are not having it. They just want to end this game.
Match point right now, right? Look, as we focus on Ash, the choice of going for the Retribution is it's a massive blunder from the side of RSG Singapore, right? Like Ignite Gaming, on the other hand, they're just gonna abuse it. Like, look at Seiji, he's level 14. Ash is struggling at level 10. You don't really have a lot of damage from the side of RSG Singapore. Yes, Taurus was able to tank up just a little bit, but that's not enough. You need the combined force of the Magic Bane.
Yeah, I think they played the early game a little bit wrong. I feel like Ash, when he got the Retribution, he would have got like a vertical jungle. Like, I think that might have been better. They focused their fire onto either side of the jungle and let the other jungle try to push in through and try to go in on the opposite side of the river. It might be risky, but it's worth a shot. It's easier for RSG to claw their way back up.
Yep. Blade right now, 0 death, right? 7 kills. Should have decent amount of stacks in this time here, so once your HP bars goes down low from the burst damage from coming off of Yuta, to a certain extent Rapid Dude as well, can easily just get smacked down by Blade. And now with Seiji going in for the Magnific Gun already, this is a massive power spike for the 1-1 to be able to do a lot of things, right? Now you're safer from a lot of these engages or initiators coming up from RSG Singapore.
We're slowing things down a little bit. We're going to be spawning up in 5 seconds. As RSG Singapore back on the defensive, they don't dare to step foot right outside of that base. I just think they can't. But the saving grace, again, is that Feather Airstrike as well as the Deadly Catch in a defensive position around that base. If they manage to catch that 1-1 out, they might be able to overturn this and just get the huge chunk of gold. That's 13k lead that Ignite Gaming has. That's a lot of, takedown gold that RSG is able to achieve if they shut anyone down.
Yeah, and don't forget, RSG Singapore designed this round to be able to counter against Seiji, right? But it seems like the Deadly Catch has already been used to do nothing for now. And now with Ignite Gaming cracking open mid, the Lords marching up top, RSG Singapore is slowly getting strumbled by the side of Ignite Gaming. Here comes the Tsunami Slam, but hold on a second, the damage coming up from Blade is just a little bit too much for the side of RSG SG to handle. And Ignite Gaming with the core getting pummeled by the Lord, and they will finally end this game. And